Luigi's at it again. Oh, Robbie, that's one black sheep you really have to keep your eye on. Behave yourself, you randy old crook. Oh, no, Robbie. No, that's supposed to happen at the end of the show. It's a surprise for Mr. Ray.
What's going on here?
Well, it's a surprise, and you weren't supposed to know until the end of the show.
Draft Michael Ray? I think I'm a little bit too old to go in the army.
Oh, no. I've worked up a petition for you to run for the mayor of Torrance.
Don't be so ridiculous.
Well, you are the most famous man in Torrance.
Coming right up, Mr. Ray.
And you're the biggest celebrity in Torrance.
Stop it.
5 seconds.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to change to coffee?
Absolutely not. Hello there, and welcome to Tea with Michael Ray. My first guest today is Bob Whitesides, Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce here in Torrance and owner of Bob's Video Barn. Welcome to the show, Bob.
Come on, Michael. Give me the old tiger handshake, huh? Folks, you didn't know this, but Michael and I used to go to Torrance High School together.
Oh, yes, God, yes. Way back in the 60s, I was an exchange student here from Bristol, England.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're a 100% #1 American citizen now, Michael, and that's really what it's all about. Am I right? Yeah. Besides, Michael, you are a vital and a respected and a highly visible member of the Torrance community. That's Torrance, a city on the move.
Well, as Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce, you should know, Bob.
Oh. Well, Michael, actually, I'm not currently active in the Chamber. There was a little misunderstanding, you see, involving my expense account, and, well, well, let's just say that by mutual agreement, I'm currently working on bigger and better projects.
Such as?
Well, Michael, as a businessman, you see, I am a businessman. I am the owner of Bob's Video Barn in the Del Amo Fashion Center. Mm-hmm. That's Bob's Video Barn, where service is a motto, not just a slogan.
Hey, no free plugs. Remember our agreement, Bob?
Oh, say no more, Michael. Here, stick that away in your pocket, huh? Well, we'll take care of that during the break. Anyway, as a businessman, and as a father of two, I've got to be concerned when I see the erosion of some of our precious American freedoms. And, Michael, frankly, that's why I'm here tonight. I'm here to salute Michael Ray for his courageous public stand against proposed City Ordinance 422-B.
422-B? Which one's that?
As if you didn't know. But for the benefit of the studio audience, 422-B is the so-called Pooper Scooper Ordinance. So it's a law that would require, no, maybe I should say enslave, innocent citizens of Torrance by forcing them to follow their pet around with a little shovel and a little bag, hiding the evidence of a God-given natural function as though it were some kind of shameful secret.
I made a public stand against 422-B. When was that?
Well, don't be modest, Michael. Last week, in your monologue, you made several telling and courageous points against this legislative irregularity, this stain upon the Bill of Rights, this hemorrhoid on the face of liberty. And, Michael, that's why I and a few concerned citizens of Torrance feel that only Michael Ray has the courage, that only Michael Ray has the integrity, that only Michael Ray has the name recognition to carry this fight to the very bowels of City Hall.
Stop it, please. I may have tossed off one or two jokes here and there, frivolous remark, but I never meant to. What exactly did you have in mind?
Michael Ray, you are our man for mayor of Torrance, a city on the move.
I had nothing to do with this. I'll get the full scoop from Brenda Sue during the break. We'll be right back. I can't do
it. Is it not every woman's desire to drive men wild? To tame the most impossible man? to control both his voluntary and involuntary urges. Now you can, with Mon Sweat. Your own perspiration offers you the essential aroma to take total control. Mon Sweat, because your essence is the only essence. Mon Sweat. Mr. Ray, I hate to inform you of this, but Miss Spoke can't be found. But we're making a last thorough check, and you hold down the fort here and just think about being mayor.
I'm in a bit of a sweat myself because our next scheduled guest, America's leading child psychologist Edith Spoke, was meant to be here. But does anyone know what's happened?
Michael! Oh, Michael! Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the twins have locked her in the garage. It's okay. They'll probably let her out in about 3 days.
This is my friend Verna, our next-door neighbor.
Verna Verona.
Verna, I just heard screams coming from your garage.
Oh, it's okay, Brenda. The twins are playing.
Oh, dear. They were playing over here the other day. I found the puppy stuffed in the exhaust pipe of my Bentley.
You found the puppy. I was so worried something terrible had happened to it.
Well, I'm just so glad you dropped by, Verna, because I would like to ask you to head up the poster committee for Mr. Ray. He's running for mayor of Torrance.
I didn't know you were running for mayor.
I just found out myself, actually.
Well, he is. He sure enough is.
Oh,
So,
I'd like to help Brenda, but the twins are in the agricultural pageant at school. One is playing an Idaho potato, the other one's playing dirt, and I have to make the costumes, which is very time-consuming with all the interruptions. This afternoon, they accidentally got gasoline on our new cat. I know it was an accident because they were pouring it on the couch. And well, when the couch went up in flames, the cat went up in flames. And then the flaming cat started clawing up and down my brand new blue-on-blue custom-made Shantung drapes. They're ruined. I took them to visit their grandmother Verona in the home, and they ran in and rearranged all the tubes the doctors put in her. Before I could figure out where those tubes went, I look over and they're standing on the hose of a respirator. Now, I don't know how long they were standing on it, but thank goodness Grandmother Verona slept through the whole thing. I took them to the supermarket the other day. They unwrapped a rump roast and drop-kicked it down the produce aisle. It hit this man in the chest and knocked his false teeth out. Not only do Vern and I have to pay to have his false teeth fixed, but we have to pay to have his suit cleaned. But the roast was delicious. I took them to the zoo the other day. They go running into...
We interrupt the show in progress to bring you this special report. Live from our newsroom in Washington, here's Steve Rodinculus. Steve.
Good evening, neighbors. Just minutes ago, a spokesman for the Generic Motors Corporation Chevrolet division has announced one of the single largest recalls in the history of the automobile. The car in question, any and all 1973 through 1985 Chevrolet Chevettes that were assembled and sold without a left rear wheel. Now that's the left rear wheel of the C. It's the right rear wheel. I'm sorry, that's the right rear wheel. That's the right rear wheel of the 73 through 85 Chevrolet Chevette model. The spokesman said today that The spokesperson announced today that, what's the difference, spokesman, spokesperson? The official said today that motorists may experience strange noises from what may seem to be a loose taillight connection from within the trunk compartment. Other motorists may find difficulty in negotiating right-hand turns in speeds in excess of 25 miles per hour. One 74 hatchback owner had this to say to reporters.
I seen these bright lights moving across the sky, and it landed right behind my shed. Oh, the car, yeah. I've been having some trouble with it now for the last 3 years. I take it to the dealer regular and all, but something just wasn't right. I could taste it. Well, anyway, me and Dudley here, you know, after that big rainstorm we had last night, well, anyway, we was out worming, you know, on my Chevette driving down the road. And anyway, I reached for a beer and suddenly we was sitting sideways in a side ditch. We was closer than two men should be. Not none of that funny stuff. We was real men, hot pooey. Well, anyway, the tow boys from town, they said, hey, you missing a right wheel. And I looked, and no wheel. And you know, I couldn't remember when I did have a wheel. Something's got to be done.
That was just one of the many reported problems that may be linked to the rear wheel or that lack of rear wheel on the 73 through 77 Chevy Chevette model. An extensive study is being conducted by zoo officials to see if the problem has spread to the popular monkey exhibit here in the city. Now this.
Well, good day there, sir. Hey, nice car.
Yeah. Look, I'm in kind of a hurry, all right? Got some kind of a clunk.
Don't you worry about that clunk. I'll take care of it right away. That ought to do it for you, sir.
What was it?
Oh, well, that clunk that you heard was nothing more than a loose tail light connection. But while I was back there, I changed the brakes, changed the shocks, realigned that axle, changed that drivetrain of yours, and I filled it up with premium.
What's this going to cost me?
No charge. In fact, here's $1.
Hey, great service. Thank you. Thank you, good Mr. Wrench.
Get that great generic feeling. At Generic Motors, we stand in back of the cars we sell and service. Way back.
That's Newsbreak. Good day.
Steve, good evening.
I'm sorry. Good evening. Look, if that's how you guys get your kicks.
We return you now to the show already in progress, The Best Little House on the Prairie, where Laura has discovered Pa's insatiable urge to milk the chickens after each meal and before waking up in the morning. I'm sorry. We return you now to Tea with Michael Ray.
The woman who finally found the 12 boa constrictors is in therapy now. Vern and I, of course, are paying for it. The doctors say that within a year or two, she won't even remember who the twins are.
Verna, 3 fire trucks just pulled up in front of your house.
Oh, great. I've got to go now, Michael. Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Vern. Drop by any time.
So, have you decided to run for mayor yet?
Absolutely not.
Well, look. Robbie has on his badge and flag. Well, even Uncle Luigi, well, he's got on his badge and flag.
I thought I told you to get rid of that picture. It's bad for my image.
Well, I tried to, but I couldn't. Bless his old pistol-packing heart.
I don't know who's crazier. I need a vacation. Please watch this message from one of our favorite sponsors. We'll be right back.
Am I annoying you? Is this getting on your nerves? Do you not like my looks? Do you already hate my voice? Imagine how I smell. How would you like to spend a week with me? Well, now you can. I run the Stress Farm at Club Dread, the newest in vacation packages. I guarantee to annoy you, to irritate you, and to generally make you so miserable you'll be happy to get back to your job, no matter how boring it is, no matter how stressful it is, no matter how much you hate it. And isn't that what a vacation should be about? The Stress Farm at Club Dread. 'Cause it feels so good when you stop.
You've seen the commercial, now meet the man. Psychological researcher and founder of Club Dread, Sigmund Jung.
Thank you, Michael. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Now, what exactly is Club Dread?
Well, Club Dread is founded on the principle that it feels so good when you stop. Our research has shown that if you take a vacation that's a frustrating, irritating experience, you'll be so relieved when it's over, you'll be happy to get back to the humdrum routine of your office or assembly line or cash register.
Now, this is an interesting approach to vacation.
Yes, it is, Michael. That's why we created the Stress Farm, located deep in the desert of Nevada, dangerously close to an underground nuclear test site. We'll soon be opening franchises of Club Dread in remote, unattractive places throughout the world.
Tell us something about the program itself.
Well, the program at Club Dread is a 24-hour program. By that, I mean we play tapes of howling dogs and drilling noises intermittently throughout the night. At 6 a.m., sirens go off. Most of the guests line up for showers, but the water pressure is terrible. And there are only 2 toilets to serve 40 guests.
Must be tough to get a good seat.
You better believe it. Now, after breakfast, and by the way, our motto for all our meals is all you can eat, and you can't eat much. We start our group activities. We have at 9 a.m. a misguided tour. People get onto a bus. They sit there for about an hour. The driver shows up, can't start the bus. Everybody gets off the bus.
Sounds annoying.
Thanks. At 10, we have our group activities, like, say, tennis lessons. We only have 1 court, and the instructor shows up, pretends to lose a contact lens. So for the better part of an hour, everybody's down on their hands and knees looking for a contact lens that isn't lost. Of course, if you don't want to play tennis, you can swim in our Olympic-sized pool, but we never clean the pool.
Sounds disgusting.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Now, in the heat of the midday sun, we start our Lost in the Desert hike.
Lost in a desert hike?
Yeah, the guide takes you to a remote spot in the desert. He drops you off, he pretends to forget something in the Jeep, runs back to the Jeep, hops in, drives away. Now, you can imagine how good it feels to be rescued from this kind of experience.
Would you like tea?
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is the most disgusting. How'd you like to work in our kitchens? Oh, I know, you're busy with the campaign. I understand you're running for mayor, Michael. I've got a slogan for you.
Okay.
Vote for Michael Ray. Won't it feel good when he's not mayor anymore?
Don't people get upset at this sort of treatment?
Well, they usually react in one of 3 ways. They become hysterical and beg to go home. They want to kill somebody. Or they pretend nothing's going wrong and try to have a good time. They are the most pitiful.
What goes on at night in Club Dread?
We start the week with some minor disappointments, like dances where the band never shows up. Then we move into our Orson Welles style of entertainment. We tell everybody that their homes have been destroyed by a nuclear attack or an earthquake, that all of their loved ones are dead. Now, this reduces most people to, like, sniveling, weeping excuses for human beings. But imagine how good it feels when we tell them it was all a mistake. Everyone's okay. It's heartwarming to see.
Sounds brutal.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Now, what kind of response do you get from the people when they go back home?
About half the letters that we receive want to book gift vacations for friends or business associates. The other half contain anonymous death threats. We feel if we don't receive at least a dozen death threats each week, we're not doing our job.
And doesn't this type of response disturb you?
Not at all, Michael. We're happy to accept this bad vibration from people. No one complains about hating their job anymore. Everyone has great stories to say how they spent their summer vacation. In fact, most of the graduates want to come back and work on our staff.
Well, I'm sure we all have a friend or a neighbor we'd like to send to Club Dread.
Book early because we're filling up for the summer.
Well, thank you. And now for a message from someone whose services you'll need after you get back from Club Dread. Be right back.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Fabulous Frankie Fortune here to let you know about my new emergency joke service. I'll help you find the funny side of accidents, operations, and my personal favorite and specialty, funerals and wakes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Fabulous Frankie Fortune here. What's everybody so down about? Come on, it's not the end of the world. Whoops, I guess it is for you, sister. What do we have here? What do we have here? Little deadpan humor, but it's wacky. I'm serious. Seriously, folks. I don't want to say she was hard to get along with, but do the words burn for eternity, do they seem appropriate here, huh? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Either this old bird's dead or my watch is stopped. Thank you, thank you. This is a lively crowd, with one big exception. There it is. Come on, come on. I'll get a rise out of you yet. There, I got the funny nose. Come on, look at this. Hey, that looks cozy. Mind if I join you? Here I come. Every man for himself. Make a little room for Daddy. So, send them out with a smile. Call the emergency joke line service. And who knows? That liver transplant may be the funniest thing that ever happened to you. Oh, get back here, you little liver. Hello, emergency joke. Hello, emergency joke. Hello, hello, emergency joke. Emergency joke, how can I help you? Fabulous Frankie here.
Vote for me and we'll give free hair to all bald men.
That's below the belt.
That's below the belt.
Reporting live in a secluded area high above Torrance in the hills. My name is Miami Herald, and this is The Inside Scoop. We're standing outside the most popular talk show in America today, Tea with Michael Ray, the host of which, rumor has it, is in contention for the mayorship of Torrance, California. Where will it lead, ladies and gentlemen? We have irrefutable proof that Ray, who claims to be 37, is really 93. Thank you. Our crack reporters found a letter he wrote to Tova Borgnine in 1937, and I quote, "Dear Tova, thank you. Thank you for your superb product, The Lost Fountain of Youth. My appearance is important to me since I am a professional woman." I, Miami, was just as shocked as you viewers to learn that 50 years ago today, Mr. Michael Ray was actually a professional. And oh, there is so much more. Oh, a noise from inside the house. Let's uncover this dirt, call a spade, and play it as it lays. See you inside.
Listen, Michael, I'd love to stay for the rest of the show, but I'm on vacation myself, and I'm going to Hawaii. But listen, if you want to go to Club Dread, it's comped, okay?
Yeah,
just make a
come on
left
in
turn
here,
at
guys.
Las Vegas,
right
okay?
in here.
I'll see you.
Here he
Nice
is.
to
We
meet
got past the maid. We got past the butler. We're here inside what appears to be a room with someone who appears to be a man. Yes, Michael Ray, ladies and gentlemen, a mayoral hopeful.
Excuse me, we're on the air right now. I know you. You're that reporter, Miami Herald.
Enough about me. Michael, in 1985, didn't you go under the alias of Ben Bloskin and commit mail fraud for running this ad? Become a Catholic priest in 2.5 days. Celibacy optional.
That's not true. What proof do you have?
Exhibit A.
That's just cheap cardboard.
Oh, so you're against the preservation of trees.
This is ridiculous.
What about this minoxidil thing you're doing?
For hair?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Proof on the air that Michael Ray had an affair.
No, hair.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Proof on the air that Michael Ray had no hair.
No, you do it if you have no hair.
Oh, come, Mr. Ray, that's a pretty flimsy excuse for having an affair. Mr. Ray, in 1985, didn't your own personal signature look like this? And in 1986, you changed it to look like this.
But that's not even my name. It says Willie Mays.
Forgery, my friends. The unlawful, pathetic attempt of a desperate man to fulfill his lifelong dreams, to play in the major leagues.
But I thought I was running for mayor.
And that's exactly why we're here. But there's more. We found these incriminating pictures of you recently, Mr. Ray. Proof you flashed Nancy Reagan. Proof you were present at a Southern California nudist farm. Proof you were an obsessive gambler. And proof you were once a cross-dresser.
But that isn't even me. Look, it's pasted on.
This is not you? This is not you?
Well, I mean, yes, it's me.
Aha,
but
so it's you or it's not you. Which is it?
this is garbage.
No, this is garbage. This is your garbage. You can tell a lot about a man from the garbage he keeps. Mr. Ray, didn't you pay Donna Rice to besmirch Gary Hart's reputation and ruin his presidential bid?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have the checks, Mr. Ray.
What checks?
The Rice checks.
That's cereal.
Yes, it's very serial. Explain this, Mr. Ray.
That's just a piece of foil.
It's not just any foil. Wasn't there a ding-dong in here at one time?
Well, yes, I eat a lot of ding-dongs.
There you have it, folks. Ding-dong, a euphemism for crack. But there's so much more. Michael Ray, turning tricks. Michael Ray, he doesn't want you to see him sweat. It's all very questionable. The unreported paydays, the $100,000 kickbacks, the whips, the reds. I could go on.
That's just candy. I eat a lot of candy. I love candy.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you vote for a man who might become a diabetic at any moment? I mean,
This is too much. I give up.
He gave up. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Right here on the air, Mr.
Brenda,
Michael Ray
Robbie,
gave
escort
up.
Miami Herald back to the trash where she belongs.
This is Miami Herald with the inside scoop. You heard it here first.
Miss Herald.
Ma'am, are you Candy?
Miss Besmircher.
Could you be having an affair with this man? Is this Candy Schwartz, Mr. Ray? Because she...
Which just goes to prove that one obnoxious reporter can ruin your whole day.
Please, ma'am, I need my
I think
phone.
I'll stick to the
I
talk
need
show.
my phone.
Don't look for me at City Hall. Look for me right here on Tea with Michael Ray.
I need my
See you
stuff
next
back.
time.
Could I please
Bye.
have- We need the crucial information. I need the checks. I need the tricks. I need the paydays,
No.
and I need the pictures.
In your napkin.